princesses! Today I'm going to be showing you how to DIY your own cushion compact. There are a couple of different ways to create your own customized cushion compact, but there are some pros and some cons of doing so. So to start off with, you will need your own cushion compact. You can purchase empty cushion compacts that you can do your own DIY in, or like me, and if you want to reduce waste, because the cushion compacts don't last that long normally, you can actually clean out your own cushion compact and refill them. For some cushion compacts, you can actually purchase one of these little sponges on the inside that is clean and hygienic. So if you can do that, I highly recommend doing it, because otherwise you do have to clean the foundation out of the sponge and it takes quite some time. So I'll be showing you guys how to clean your sponge, but if you don't need to do that and you've got a fresh one already, just feel free to skip ahead to the next part. I'm going to clean out this old case. This one is a W Lab Honeybeam cushion. For this case, I can pop out the actual cushion through the bottom, and this is going to make it so much easier to clean. Inside the casing there is a sponge. You can buy these sponges separately, and I definitely do recommend that, but I'm going to show you how I clean mine. To start off with, there might be some BB cream or foundation left in the cushion, so I just wring the sponge out with my fingers, which is very gross, and try and get rid of the majority of the foundation. I use this opportunity to see how well the BB cream or foundation washes off my fingers, and that'll show me how much effort it will be to clean the actual cushion. Now with the cushion itself, I'm going to use a couple of spare napkins to press out as much foundation as I can. And the idea is to get as much of the foundation squeezed out of the cushion puff as possible. I'm also going to use some napkins to clean out the case too, so just getting rid of as much foundation or BB cream before using a cleansing oil. Now I'm going to use a fairly inexpensive cleansing oil, and I'm going to fill up about 1/4 of the cushion case. I'm going to put the sponge back in the cushion case, press the oil through, and then add some more oil on top, close the case, and let this rest for a couple of minutes. The cushion soaks up a lot of the oil, and it's much easier to clean this way. Of course, since the oil is water soluble, I'm just going to rinse out the cushion sponge underneath the water, and I do have to do this a couple of times. After using the cleansing oil a couple of times, I'm now going to use a beauty blender cleanser. This helps clean out any of the excess oil in the sponge as well as the rest of the foundation, and it has antibacterial properties. I do this quite a few times. It is quite tedious to clean these cushions, so I definitely do recommend buying a new one if you can, but you do need to make sure that you get it as clean as possible. I'm also going to be cleaning out the cushion case with the rest of the water and the oil cleanser. This one is a lot easier to clean. Now I'm going to be using some isopropyl alcohol and some cotton pads to clean and sanitize the case and sponge. To clean the case out, you can dump a bunch of the isopropyl alcohol into the case and clean it out like that. But if you're not standing over a sink, it can be quite messy, so I'm just going to use some cotton pads to clean it out. For the sponge, I soak a cotton pad in the isopropyl alcohol and then press it through the sponge, making sure that the whole sponge is dampened by the alcohol. Then I just let the sponge dry out and we are done cleaning the case. So now that you have your clean cushion compact, we're going to talk about what you're going to put in it. Now there are a couple of options here. What I like doing with my empty cushion compacts is emptying out some of my samples into the cushion compact. I generally buy samples of foundations or BB creams if I don't think that they're actually going to fit my skin tone, and sometimes I end up having to buy 30 or 20 sachets of the BB cream because that's just the quantity that they come in. So if I end up actually liking the BB cream and I've still got 20 samples of it, there's no point in actually purchasing the BB cream itself because I've got so many samples, but I'm not going to like pour out each sample and use it on my face every day because it's not good for you to be leaving the samples open anyway. So putting your samples in something like this is actually a really great way of using them all up. The other way I like to fill up my cushion compacts is to use a foundation or BB cream that is too dark for me and mix it with my white mixer. This means that I don't have to remix it every single time I want to use it, and I can get a good consistency and colour the first time and every time I apply it. If you want to, you can also apply your own skincare ingredients to make your own customized BB cream. However, I will not be showing you how to do that because I sincerely think that it's a little bit dangerous to be mixing your own cosmetics and skincare together. Because for skincare and cosmetics, I don't really know what is supposed to mix well with what, and I'm also concerned about the preservatives in some of my skincare and makeup and how long I've had this piece of skincare versus how long I've had this piece of makeup. You do run the risk of getting a moldy compact, and that is just gross, so I will not go there. You can also add some sunscreen if you want to. I don't advise it generally because the amount of sunscreen you need to cover your face on a day-to-day basis is quite substantial. So if you were putting your sunscreen inside your BB cream or foundation and then into your compact, you're not only diluting the coverage of your foundation or BB cream, but you're not even going to be getting enough coverage from your sunscreen to warrant putting it on your face in the first place. So I recommend just using a regular sunscreen and not putting it in this sort of thing. So here are a couple of do's and don'ts for mixing your own cushion compact. Do start with a full coverage base, because if you are adding anything else to this, it is going to be diluted. Work in small batches so that you get the right coverage consistency, dewiness or matteness that you want for your compact. Mix products with the same bases, so water goes with water and silicones go with silicones. They don't generally do well together. Don't add sunscreen because it's not going to do much other than dilute the coverage of your foundation. Don't add contrast ingredients if you're going to mix your skincare and your foundations, because a water-based foundation is not going to go well with an oil-based skincare item. Don't add products that are near their expiry date or have an unstable formula. These can go moldy, and that is just bad for your skin, and that is gross. The first way I like to fill up my cushion compacts is by using sample sachets of foundation or BB creams. You will need quite a lot of sample sachets. I use about 20 to fill up one cushion case. Obviously, the easiest way to fill them up is to just cut the top off and empty them in. This surprisingly takes quite a long time if you're wanting to get the majority of the product out of the sample sachets. You want to make sure that your cushion compact is at least 50% full, otherwise there won't be enough product to soak into the cushion and through the other side. After you have enough product in your case, squish the sponge back in. I'm then using a little skincare spatula to press the foundation through the cushion. I'm also going to add a couple more sample sachets on top of the cushion too. Clean up the outsides, put it back into the cushion casing, and you are done. As normal, these are super easy to apply and they work really well. This method is great if you are like me and you don't want to purchase a whole foundation, but you have too many samples that it is not feasible to just be using the samples for the rest of your life. At the end of the day, I think I paid about $5 for 30 sample sachets, and if I like this foundation enough, then I will just go and purchase a full size anyway. But this is a great way of finding out if I do get the usage out of the product. The second way I like to create my cushion foundations is to mix a white mixer in with any other foundation that is too dark for me normally. I found that the easiest way to mix my cushion was to decide on the ratio before putting it into the case. For instance, I did 1 pump of the Etude House Double Lasting Foundation to 2 pumps of the white mixer foundation. After I get a good ratio, I then mix the foundation right into the cushion casing. Since we are mixing 2 products together, it is pretty much impossible to mix them on top of the cushion. So I fill up the cushion case maybe 60 to 70% rather than 50. This just ensures that I have enough product in there and that the cushion is not actually going to soak it all up. Again, this works really well, and this saves me from having to mix the foundation every single time I want to use it. This is also a really good way of getting rid of any foundations that have become too dark for you over time. And now you have your very own cushion compact! I hope you princesses found this a little bit helpful if you were looking to reuse your old cushion compacts and make your own mixed foundation. I do recommend being cautious with mixing your own foundations, whether it's with a mixer or if you're mixing it with your skincare. Trial it out first and make sure that it doesn't go gross or it doesn't sit badly on your face before you mix a whole bunch of foundation into a cushion compact, because if it doesn't work well throughout the day, then you've just wasted so many ingredients. But otherwise, have fun, and if you do end up making your own cushion compact, let me know so that I can check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.